Eto na mga boss, kakapasok lang na balita. Grabe si Marcoleta, pinahiya. Sobrang napahiya sa sinabi ni Lacson. Binulgar ng ebidensya. Nayanig dito ang Senado. Base sa impormasyong kumakalat ngayon sa social media, mismong si Senator Ping Lacson na nagpakita na mukhang merong political color. Mukhang merong destabilization aspect na nagaganap matapos kasing biglang sabihan siya ni Senador Rodante Marcoleta bakit hindi niya imbestigahan itong umaming 18 ex-marines na nagdala sa mga politiko ng maleta, wag niya na daw itong pagtakpan. Nagpahayag ng pagdududa sa kanila si Senator Lacson, kaduda-duda daw ang timing nila. Bakit hindi sila dati lumitaw? Bakit ngayon kung kailan si Marcoleta nagsalita, saka lang sila magpapakita? Maaari umanong maging circus ang Blue Ribbon kapag inimbitahan sila ng 18 ex-marines. Sabay giit na katotohanan lamang ang pwedeng talakayin doon, hindi pwedeng imbestigahan ng kasinungalingan. Kaya ito, sabay-sabay nating panoorin kung paano si Senador Rodante Marcoleta grabe pinahiya. Sobrang napahiya sa sinabi ni Senador Ping Lacson. Binulgar ng ebidensya. Nayanig dito ang Senado. Pero bago tayo magpatuloy, baka pwedeng i-click nyo muna ang like, share, comment, subscribe at i-hit nyo na rin ang notification bell kung gusto nyo ng mga ganitong klase ng video para laging updated kayo sa mga susunod pa nating ibabalita. Kaya tara, panoorin na natin to.
The President Pro Tem, Senator Ping Lacson, is recognized.
Thank you, Mr. President. Mr. President, distinguished colleagues, I rise today on a matter of personal and collective privilege. As chairman of the Senate Blue Ribbon Committee, I have been subject of criticisms for not scheduling the 18 ex-military personnel who faced the media in an organized press conference at the historic Club Filipino on the eve of the 40th EDSA People Power Revolution to be called and testify before your committee on accountability of public officers and investigations. During the said press conference last February 24, these 18 individuals made claims on their supposed knowledge as former security personnel of one of the key personalities in the flood control scandal, former Congressman Saldico. To be clear, while every imputation of a crime warrants our attention, none deserves our blind deference. In the same manner that everyone has a right to be heard, it is not a license to mislead. Hence, while I reserve judgment on the merits of the testimonies, I am duty-bound to raise questions of logic and, at the very least, basic mathematics. These are not intended to disparage the testimonies of the said individuals, but rather ensure that proper evaluation of the credibility and reliability of both the source or sources of the information and the information itself adhere to rational and logical standards of believability before we take appropriate action. Siguradong bibigyang kulay na naman ng mga trolls ang mga tanong na ito. Pero isipin na lang natin kung magagamit ang mga nasabing aligasyon bilang instrumento ng propaganda o anumang motibo, hindi ba dapat ay logical at mathematically possible man lamang ang mga akusasyon? If only for argument's sake, Mr. President, let us accept the statement of Attorney Levy Baligod last weekend that the 805 billion pesos in kickbacks did not come solely from flood control project appropriations, contrary to what was initially reported. Let us consider the available variables that must inform our analysis, Mr. President. As earlier computed by the late Senator Ramon Revilla Sr. and further corroborated by Mr. Curly Discaya during one of our BRC hearings, 1 million pesos approximately weighs 1 kilogram. Basically, this means that the two executive assistants of Saldico, assisted by 18 ex-military personnel and other unnamed personalities, received, unloaded, repacked, and reloaded and moved 805,000 kilograms or 805 metric tons in paper bills over a certain period of time. And this does not include yet the weight of the packages themselves. Thus, we need to add around 53,600 kilograms or 53.6 metric tons, representing the combined weight of at least 13,400 large empty maletas or suitcases to accommodate 805 billion pesos, with the assumption each was made of soft-sided nylon or polyester materials, each weighing around 4 kilograms. Let's try to imagine the processes involved in the preparation and distribution of this cash. Suppose that the executive assistants or trusted personnel of Saldico, named Martic-Sai and Paul Estrada, processed 500 million pesos a day, working 24/7, 365 days a year, including unloading, counting, repacking, loading, and delivering the money. This would take 5.5 years or mid-2028. Hindi pa sila tapos mag-deliver hanggang ngayon, Mr. President. If they started in 2023 or mid-2027, if they started as early as the second semester of 2022, when then Congressman Saldico took over the chairmanship of the House Appropriations Committee. Relatedly, one may still ask how such huge sums of money were physically collected and delivered to the residence of former Congressman Ko. To move this much wealth at a limit of 500 million pesos per day, you would need to make 1,610 deliveries to Saldico's Valle Verde 6 residence or somewhere else. Unloading, unpacking, repacking, reloading, and again delivering to different individual recipients. Even if they do it every single day of the year, it would take them 4.4 years to complete the 800 million peso deliveries, Mr. President. We can only imagine the logistical nightmare involved in the magnitude of the operations of former Congressman Saldico. By the way, following the joint narrative of the 18 security personnel, magkano ang natirang kickback kay Saldico? Zero? Was he just a messenger? Damanggit ng 18 security personnel sa kanilang affidavit na ang bahay ni Congressman Saldico sa Valle Verde 6, Pasig City ay naging bagsakan ng cash kung saan din ginagawa ni Martic-Sai, John Paul Estrada at iba pang empleyado ang pagbibilang at pag-impake ng mga ito sa iba't ibang lalagyan. Since former Congressman Saldico served as chairman of the House Appropriations Committee from July 2022 to January 2025, his supposed influence and access to the national budget, assuming he exercised full and unlimited control, were during the period 2023 and 2024 or for a full 2 years. We are also saying here that 85 billion worth of paper bills were encashed from our bank reserves over the years. According to a Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas, the total physical cash in 2024, meaning the paper bills as well as coins that were currently held by the public and circulating in the economy, including those inside bank vaults, that year stood at 2.7 trillion pesos. That would mean that 400 billion or half of the 805 billion out of the 2.7 trillion pesos of physical cash of 114 Filipinos passed through a single individual, equivalent to around 15% of the total physical cash, both in circulation and those kept in all the bank vaults. Going back to the 805 billion pesos in totality, that was solely and exclusively at Saldico's disposal in 2023 and 2024. If we were to believe the 18 ex-soldiers, then those accumulated over the same period by personalities who are now facing plunder and other cases, like the former DPWH officials, Roberto Bernardo, Henry Alcantara, Bryce Hernandez, etc., contractors, etc., must be factored in to compute the aggregate total of absconded monies from the 2023 to 2024 GAAs. I raise this question to ensure that the testimonies withstand established facts and logic before we even invite them to testify before the Senate Blue Ribbon Committee. Pray tell, Mr. President, If their statements appear to be demonstratively false and physically impossible to accomplish, wouldn't convening a hearing effectively validate and dignify this information? That is my question. Thank you, Mr. President.
Majority Leader. I cannot answer the questions.
No,
It
I
sounds
asked the
impossible.
good gentleman, Chairman of the Blue Ribbon Committee, if he would like to wish it to refer to his committee, but we'll just put it, refer it to the Committee on Rules, Mr. President, for the meantime.
Referred to the committee rules.
Thank you, Mr. President.
Ngayon, kayo bilang Pilipino, ano ang masasabi nyo at reaksyon sa balitang ito? Mag-iwan kayo ng komento sa ibaba at atin niyang babasahin isa-isa.